Hey, it's Gen here. You may have known me as the Spellshield Charles in the past, but I'm here now to make a small video address for you. 2 years is both a flash and an eternity. So much has happened during these 2 years, it's quite hard to put into words, both for me and maybe for you as well. During these 2 years, I've mostly been absent regarding my creative endeavors. Aside from the occasional work in process I posted sporadically in my stories, almost nothing came from me directly. Not a single rendered artwork, were my usual ambitious and stupid promises. In this brief video, I want to explain why I took a long hiatus, and what I want to do as we begin a new year. But first, I have a small message from me to you. It's because of you. A single DM, perhaps a single comment, or maybe just a single like. No matter how small of a gesture, those are the things that convince me to keep going and keep creating. It's because of you. It gave what I did meaning. And I genuinely cherish that. And to pay homage to that, I will announce the plans for something special along with other projects later in this video. So please, stay tuned. These 2 years have been about loss and reflection for me. Awakening from a dream that has defined me since the beginning of my adolescence. Looking back in the mirror, trying to pick up what's left of my shattered ego. I lost two of my best friends last year. One that I knew since childhood, and the other who was always by my side. I was abandoned by those I looked up to, admired, and trusted because it turned out those feelings I thought were mutual were no more than my own delusions. I was eventually discarded by my mentor for not being enough, for not swaying for my own ideals. All of that also led me to the greatest loss of them all. I was no longer able to pick up the pen that I once used so proudly, dreading that all it will lead me to is the same ocean of grief I was stranded in. But this video is not about dwelling in the past, but looking into the future. This year and the year after, I want to aim to get the time I've lost back, and regain my passion for what I truly loved. I want to at least aim for 50 complete works this year. I want to introduce people to the things I used to love to create. Characters that have unnecessarily long backstories, fan art for the series that I adore, and also explore themes and ideas I've never touched before. But most importantly, I want to connect with more people, and reconnect with those I used to know about things we are passionate about. I will also be aiming to attend my first convention later this year or early next year, along with both of the OKU RSLEs. So please follow my socials if you'd like to stay updated with those events. Lastly, I'd like to introduce some of the projects I have previously mentioned, and what I'm calling the Age of Advent. So the first project I want to talk about is called Against Friends. It's the tribute project I mentioned earlier in the video, dedicated towards those who helped me for the last 2 years. It's also a way for me to experiment with implementing my art and design onto physical merchandise like hoodies, t-shirts, prints, and more. The idea behind this is that it will be completely non-profit. Items I make will be sold at manufacturing costs, there will be no markups, and will come with free stuff like pins and charms. My current plan is to build a small collection of pieces for mid-2023, and there will be some care packages and giveaways around that time as well, so please keep on the lookout. The second project is a video/media project I want to run on my YouTube channel called Crossroads, where I collaborate with others on projects and create something new. This won't be strictly an illustration-based project, but a myriad of things like music, creative writing, and animation as well. If you have an idea you would like to collaborate with me on, please email me, and hopefully we can make something happen. I'll also be working on a small zine for the tail end of this period of time. There isn't a lot to share about it aside from its title, but hopefully I can make it something special. These two projects will also tie back into Against Friends, the first project, but I can't say a lot about it just yet. And lastly, before I go, there's one last thing. Please take a look.